coming. I'm Laura Novak, and I am here to help you with your wedding photography business. I've been part of a lot of discussions lately, even some debates on how to use Facebook with your business. Many people simply do not have a Facebook relationship with their clients because they really want to share only private things. But for me, I have found that building relationships with my clients on Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest and Instagram to be incredibly rewarding. In my opinion, being on Facebook is like being at a big cocktail party. I personally wouldn't go into the corner and have a private conversation, particularly if I was trying to build my business. I try to become as friendly with as many people as possible and anybody that I would do business with. And then I try to begin topics of discussion that most people would want to be part of. Like, for example, would you go up to somebody at a cocktail party and say, "Oh, I photographed the worst wedding today. I really need a drink"? Probably not, especially if that person was your client or friends with people who are your client. They might say to themselves, "Gosh, it sounds like Laura really doesn't want my business," and they'd probably go somewhere else. So let me give you a real-life example. I recently met a high-profile area TV personality. Let's call her Alice. A few years ago, Alice was married and she chose a local wedding photographer. After her engagement session took place, she asked about getting her high-resolution files from the session. So there was clearly some clarity missing for Alice, or maybe she just forgot what the terms were. So Alice not only got a pretty harshly worded email back from her photographer, but when she visited her photographer's Facebook page later on that day, the photographer was complaining about clients who only want the high-res files and how she no longer wants to work for those people. Well, let me tell you, Alice was mad. Not only did she almost fire her photographer, but she called the wedding planner who had recommended the photographer and ripped into her too. Can you imagine? That planner was probably like, "Oh, I don't need this today." And she probably thought twice about whether or not she wanted to recommend that photographer again. So eventually, Alice got over it, but it did leave her a bad taste in her mouth, enough of one that she was telling the story to pretty much a stranger a few years later. So overall, I try to have a pretty positive outlook on Facebook and social media. I find it's a great way to maintain friendly relationships with people I've photographed over the years. If I'm having a bad day, or I'm dealing with a private situation, or I need to vent, I simply pick up the phone and call a friend. Because remember, once you put it out there, you can never take it back. So let me know, did this help you? Have you used social media to help connect with people in your area and build relationships? Have you ever had a snafu like the one that Alice had? Let me know. I'd love to hear about it. You can visit my site at lauranovak.com and let me know in the box beneath this video. Thanks so much and have a great day. I'll see you next time on Laura Novak Photo Education.
Keep it